Hi, my name is Camille Gerville-Royache. I'm here in New York City for the 2024 Next Gen Investor Symposium.
I am Carlos Vanhel, Chief Investment Officer of the WK Kellogg Foundation. We're in the heart of New York City for the Next Generation Network Investor Symposium, talking to the next generation of leaders.
So today I want to enlighten our young leaders, and I want to talk to them about the intersection of philanthropy and financial services, and the fact that they're working for some of our largest money managers who make the resources and create the resources that we use to improve the lives of the most vulnerable children.
But some of the large takeaways is that there are multiple pathways to success. And it really is incumbent upon you to take all the information from everywhere it comes from, whether that's social media, whether that's The Economist, The Wall Street Journal, whether it's mentors, internship opportunities, and decide for yourself, what is your path, right? What is something that you want to make your imprint on the world? And I think that's really important.
I think, just to echo what Ms. Lejeune was mentioning earlier, was that capital is how change comes about. So really pushing these efforts, making sure that diverse voices, diverse backgrounds are put forward in the industry so that capital is engaged with these diverse backgrounds is really the only way that you can make meaningful change.
The path to get to where we think is somewhere successful isn't always very straightforward. I think being realistic about what you want in a job, the kind of impact that you want to have, understanding where you can get the most development for yourself.
I think one thing that I've noticed is there's so many programs right now that are focused on hiring diversity, but these are all very entry level. And I think what happens is that the higher up you get in a firm, the less diverse it gets.
I had no clue about what private equity was growing up, and it took in my mid-20s for me to even learn what it was. And if kids can get a head start and start understanding and knowing what their options are sooner rather than later, we're all better off for it. I'm also excited about demonstrating that I exist, because sadly there are not enough women of color in private equity, and I wanted other women of color to see that yes, at the senior level there does exist people that look like them.
I think a lot of the people that spoke today were a testament to the fact that making money and being a good person aren't mutually exclusive. I think there's a lot of ways that they can do that, whether it's through investing in companies that drive change for the world. They showed today that really it's good to make that an important part of your life if you're that successful.
I didn't realize how much of an amazing networking opportunity this would be. There's roughly 60 interns here today. Hopefully there's more next year, but I got to meet so many different people across firms, across geographies. People from New York, people from Boston, people working in different asset classes and internships. That was, I think, the best takeaway from today.
At the Kellogg Foundation, we advance racial equity because we know that it's the pathway for our children to thrive. Less than 1% of the over $70 trillion in this industry are managed by people of color and women.
So the Foundation's DNA of racial equity, community engagement, and leadership development are all a part of the event today. We very much believe that we have the leaders of tomorrow that will be the catalyst for great investment returns and for an evolution of finance industry to be made more responsive to the needs of its communities, right? How do we treat employees? How do we show up in community? How do we treat the planet and the resources that we have? These are the beginnings of that conversation.